have a beer that Mike got. Maui Brewing's Bikini Blonde, which is a Helles Lager, coming in at 4.8%.
Let's do this like Brutus.
This beer is almost a year old.
I didn't buy it that long ago.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, I'm so happy you convinced me to do this. This glass, that is. Mike said he wanted to use a sprang glass, and he's like, use your stains. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, all right, fine. This is perfect. This is amazing. Mike's looks much more like it does in person, but neither of them do it full justice. It's a really interesting yellow, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's pretty, though. It's very filtered. It looks like a lot of carbonation. I got about a finger and a half of head. It looks really nice, man.
It looks gorgeous. It's like a really, really light urine sample.
Sure is. This would be when I was in boot camp. I was, I better have a canteen, like more water, so it's more hydrated.
I saw Randall's post the other day, and I know what that means.
Yeah. So.
And the funny thing is, I saw that, and I was thinking like, oh, I think sort of the same thing, but I don't use the word canteen. I just go, I should probably just have another bottle of water. But I guess that don't make sense.
Fair enough.
You want to get a taste? Oh, no, we want to get a nose.
Yeah, do it first. I mean, it's light. It's floral.
Very floral. Very, very floral.
I get some grassiness to it. It's got some sweetness to it.
Yeah, a little bit of lemon. But that like floral character, like potpourri character is all up in there.
Mm. Yeah, a little bit like almost lemon zest. I mean, it's really nice, man.
It smells delicious. And you had this plenty of times, right?
I've had a couple cans ever. That's it.
I think you froze. Until my gun freezes. So Maui. Connecting. What was that?
It looks like you disconnected.
Now you're all weird sounding. I'm going to disconnect my AirPods. Hold on. We're going to keep going. We'll just edit this out.
What the hell happened?
Can you hear me now?
No. Yeah.
Oh, you're okay. I'm going to leave and come back.
Jesus Christ. I remember back when this used to just work.
Oh, what'd you say?
I remember when this used to just work.
I don't know what's going on. Anyways, all right, we're on the nose.
Yeah, it almost has like a cotton candy kind of sweetness to it as well,
that's
you know?
a good call.
But it got some earthy stuff. It got grassiness. It smells nice, man. A little bit of lemon.
It smells delicious, and I don't do Maui Brewing enough. Like they're not owned by Big Beer, right? They're still.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
They're still relatively large, though. I think. Like they have a good presence, but.
Yeah, well, they're out in Kihei, which is in Maui, somewhere, right? I think they're in Kihei.
Well, I would imagine they're in Maui up there.
Yeah.
Kihei is the.
Yeah, I've been to Maui, but I never went to the brewing place. I've had a few of their beers. They've always been pretty good. I was never like in love, but I always thought they were good.
Yeah,
better than
clean, crisp, refreshing, Helles, perfect anytime.
Good taste.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. That's yummy.
The bitterness at the end is really great. When I think of Hawaii breweries, I think of Kona a lot because they're I think more widespread. But this is really yummy. It has a little bit of it's got that like funky sort of Helles vibe going on the front of the palate, but it bitters out like really nice. Like more bitterness, like traditional Helles wise. This probably isn't it, but it's got a really lovely like bitterness character that I love.
Yeah, it's a nice, but it's not like bracing, but it just has a nice finish. But it just dries up a little bit, so you want to keep drinking it. You know, it works for me like that. You know.
And for 4% and 4.8%, and in a brewery of this magnitude, I'm sure like it's not that expensive for like a 6-pack or a 12-pack.
No, real cheap. But I guess I should have looked at the date. I didn't look when I bought it. I just grabbed it off the shelf at Wegmans.
It's so you bought this recently and it was still on the shelf at this.
I probably bought it within the last 5 weeks, maybe.
Dude. It's still really good. It holds up. There's got this lovely level of cracker and malt that like there's like tropical fruits, like a little bit of jamminess too in the palate, but it's very effervescent. Like the mouthfeel is amazing. Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I like that level of carbonation. It's just inviting, you know, and it has a little bit of clunkiness, a little bit of sweetness, and then once it sort of has that finish, which you know, bitters are quite abruptly, makes you want to take another sip.
Yeah,
very, very quaffable.
Yeah, I love this glass. I'm really glad you.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great glass.
It is. Man, down in the comments, if you had Maui Brewing's Bikini Blonde there, 4.8% Helles. What do you think? What do you think of Maui Brewing in general? What's your favorite Maui Brewing beer? Like, what are the beers they brew? Do they have like IPAs and stuff, or?
I'm trying to think of the ones I've had. I know they have like a coconut porter, but it has like coffee in it, so it's not really my jam. They did a beer. It was sort of a lighter beer that had a little bit of pineapple in it. I remember that one. I don't remember the name though. They have a good selection. They mix it up, but I haven't had like a whole bunch of this stuff because I think at the time when I was living in Hawaii, I just sort of rejected anything that was like, I don't know, this fucking beer sucks. I'd rather drink fucking Deschutes. I'd rather drink. I was drinking other shit. I was drinking Sam Adams and.
But back then, the idea of someone handing you a Helles lager, you'd be like, what the fuck's that shit? I don't want that.
I also think it was expensive in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
Stuff. I think like a 6-pack was like $12, which to me is kind of a lot for, especially something that's kind of local, you know.
Right. That's kind of weird. That is kind of weird.
Because I would get a 12-pack of Sam for like $13.
Which is it's just crazy how that type of shit works. But we've seen it here with a few breweries. Like we've even seen breweries like where it's more expensive at the brewery than it is in distribution. It's like, how's that fucking work?
True.
But yeah, nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things. Like, comment, subscribe, those notification bells so you can find when we post new videos. And I'm Sean. That's Mike. This is Nerdsense. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bro.